Obviously, y'all are usually in the middle of football season when Thanksgiving rolls around. But what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Uh, I like dressing because you don't really get that all the time. I feel like my wife cooks ham. We eat turkey right at the facility. Rarely ever dressing and like pumpkin pie. And I'm really excited about everything. Obviously, I'm not the biggest dude in the world, so like food isn't something that just like I love, right? But on Thanksgiving, I tear down and then I go back and I tear down a little bit more. But I just think I like Thanksgiving just because it's a day to really just sit back and reflect and just be grateful for everything that you have. Because I feel like some days like we wake up and we just forget about being grateful about certain things, and so I know it's about the food, but for me, like it's always a reflection of just being grateful and reminding everybody just be grateful to be living and be grateful to be in a situation that you're in and that you got air in your lungs to, if you're not in a good situation, to be able to overcome that. And so that's why I really like this day.
What are you reflecting on this year?
I mean, I got two beautiful kids that's healthy. Obviously I can sit back and talk about smartness and everything, but for me, like it's all about health. As long as my kids are healthy and my family's healthy, I feel like everything else will take care of itself. So I'm blessed to say that this year, my family's healthy, everybody's in good spirit, and everybody, has so much love in the air. And so I'm just thankful for that. It's just 2020, there's so much negativity going around. But through it all, there's always some positive that you could look at it, and so I'm just thankful to have my family, and that goes all the way to my sisters and everybody. Everybody's in good spirits these days.
Nick Underhill?
Hey, thanks for stopping by here and doing this on a holiday. We appreciate you helping us do our jobs. Just my question, Mike mentioned after the game that Taysom throws with a little bit more heat on his passes, and I'm just curious, is there an adjustment to that at all? Like when you play with a different quarterback that has a little bit more velocity versus
Yeah,
another one?
Taysom definitely has more zip. Like today, even at practice, we was doing this like a scramble on a play, and he comes and he zips and it's like high, and I mean like literally, I tried to put my hands up to time it up, and it just flew over my head. And majority of the time, like I'd be upset that obviously I didn't catch it and whatever, but I was just like, dude, that had way too much heat on it for me to be moving across the field full speed, right? And he's throwing it that hard, but it's a great thing. I don't want to speak as if it's a bad thing. It's actually a great thing. You get the ball in your hands fast, and you're able to make more plays, in my opinion. But as far as velocity, he got great velocity. But I'm just happy for Taysom in general and just the way that he played last week, and I'm looking forward to him to capitalizing on that again this week.
John DeSavior?
Emmanuel, happy Thanksgiving first. Emmanuel, you've played with Super Bowl winning teams. You played with good playoff teams, and you played with some teams that had really good defensive lines. Can you just say what you see from this defensive line from the Saints when you see these guys working?
Yeah, I mean, that 2015 team, we had Von Miller, Derek Wolf. We had so many great just players, and we were getting after the quarterback. And I remember I was talking to Dennis Allen, and I told him, I said, look, if defense wins championships, and if we get this defense rolling how it's supposed to be rolling, it's going to be dangerous. And I said that to him like 4 weeks ago, and I mean the defense is just taking off, and it's just amazing to see, to know going into games and knowing that you got one of the top defenses in the NFL with, obviously Taysom at quarterback right now, but, Drew's going to be coming back. And we got Mike Thomas and Alvin Kamara. We got so many weapons with a defense behind us. And so it has potential to be dangerous, but at the same time, it's not gonna take care of itself. We got to go out and get it. And it feels good to know that, this team is deep enough, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be hoisting that Lombardi trophy at the end of the season. But again, it's just not going to be given to us. We got to go take it.
Last question for Amy Jack.
Yeah, you got your revenge, air quotes, on the 49ers a couple weeks ago, and now you get to play against Denver, in Denver.
Yeah.
How special will that be for you? I know, there won't be able to be, all of your family and everything to be there. But what's it going to be like for you to go back and play?
Yeah, I think like my emotions is kind of down on it because I love everybody in that organization, especially the people who were there during the Super Bowl times and the good times. I just think of John Elway, just a guy who gave me an opportunity and believed in me. And guy coming out of Pittsburgh, really nobody even knew about it. He gave me an opportunity to play with Peyton Manning, and I'm forever grateful. I'm forever grateful to the Broncos organization because, this is just how I feel when you think of me and you think of my name. You just gotta attach the Broncos to it, right? And I played there 6 years, and Elway gave me 2 contracts to be able to take care of my family, my kids, and I'm forever grateful for that. Like words really can't even express that. But one thing that I just feel like my emotions are not in it as much is because of the fans. Like the fans out there, just the love that they gave me week in and week out every Sunday. I mean, they literally. It was some days that I went into the stadium not really feeling that well, and just seeing the fans and their energy, they brought the best out of me every time I played in that stadium. And so I'm definitely gonna miss running out of that stadium and seeing the fans and really feeling like when I was playing Mile High Stadium. Playing against the Broncos, but as of right now, as far as the team, it's just a nameless faces out there to me. And the ultimate goal is to go out and win because they're standing in the way of this team and myself and my family and trying to win another championship. So we got to go out and handle business.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emmanuel.
All right, thank you. See you.
for coming through on Thanksgiving. We appreciate it. Just the one thing I wanted to ask you about, you saw the video that they caught you calling out that blitz for Taysom. I'm just curious what you saw in that, and like how often do you actually do stuff like that to help out the quarterback?
I mean, we're communicating up front quite a bit, and then if I see something that I'm pretty sure about, I have no problem calling it out. Just the stance of the other guy, the D lineman. Both sides were dropping, so just call both sides were dropping. Just could tell from the jump, and they ran that coverage a few times throughout the game.
John DeSavior?
Teron, you have a lot of experience playing against this defensive line. What's been the most impressive thing watching, Cam and Trey and David and all those guys, Malcolm put in work this year?
They're relentless, man. Relentless. They feed off each other. Unselfish. They want to see each other succeed. They're impressive. Impressive group to watch. Impressive group to go up against. In training camp, like you see it every day in training camp. So it's not by surprise. It's not by accident. The production that they're having.
What are the things that you've seen Trey improve in specifically over the years?
Just getting more reps, getting more opportunity, but at the same time growing as a player, as a professional, understanding the rush, understanding the depth of the pocket, film, learning more about the tackles that he's facing. So his approach to how he's going about his business, it speaks to his production.
Amos Morale?
Yeah, kind of following up on the D-line question. When you're going against these guys in practice right now with the way they're playing, are you seeing that energy that we're seeing on Sundays daily?
Yeah, and it's been that way. It's not something that they just turned on. It's been that way. They're serious about their business. They're serious about their weekly preparation. So it's like I say, for us, it's not a surprise for them to have so much success.
Nick Underhill?
Does anything change about your guys' protections or the way you block when it goes from Drew to Taysom?
No, not necessarily. Our call protection is our call protection. We might have a little less of this, a little more of this, but as far as the scheme, we're not changing anything.
All right, I think we're all set. Thanks, Teron.
No problem. Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Thanks, John. Have a good day.
Hi, David. When you first joined the Saints, you'd only been playing football for 4 years. Did you feel a little overwhelmed at the time? And now that you've been in the league for almost 5 years, do you feel like you've caught up?
It's always going to be an adjustment for, your first time in the league, but it's nothing new to me. I've kind of done that my entire life, so I'd say I adjusted well.
And how do you feel like you've been performing so far this season?
I've been good, pretty decent.
And what areas of your game do you feel like has improved the most over the last 4+ years?
I come into every season with the mindset to improve on everything. So that's the approach I take towards it.
And you feel like there's still lots of room to grow in your game?
There's always going to be improvement to be done, to be made. I think. I don't think there's ever going to be like a perfect play or a perfect game. So there's always going to be improvement to be made.
And where do you see where do you think you need to improve, I guess, to take your game to the next level?
In all aspects.
Amy, go.
Looking back, how did your time with the Bisons prepare you for your time in the NFL?
It was great, having the coaching staff and the people around there, just the support and the right support system behind me. That helped. That helped really big, especially for a guy who came from Nigeria and has been through a little transition. So.
Thanks, David.
No problem.
Amy, go.
Hey, Sheldon was he could start working his way back this week, designated for return. When y'all are clicking up there, just how much more does he give y'all, just with what he adds to the line?
Just having everyone on the table and knowing what everyone brings to the table. That's he brings so much to the table, and having everyone out there available to go out there and play. It's really huge.
Amos Burrell?
Yeah, you guys on the interior of the line have really been performing well as of late. Is that something that you guys kind of, take pride in? Or if we're doing well, that means that the guys on the ends are going to be able to get their chances, because the sack totals have been really high the last few weeks, and the interior play has to be playing a part in that.
It's just working as a unit, not just the interior, the guys up front, the linebackers, and the DB. So we're all just working together as a group, and the rush and the coverages are both working hand in hand together. So I wouldn't put it on the interior linemen, but just the fact everyone is we're playing complementary football.
John DeSager?
David, can you think of anything specifically that has made the line more effective or as effective as it's been this year?
It's just executing the game plan. That's how I see it.
Amy, Just?
Trey Hendrickson has had a standout season. He's tied to the lead in the league, in sacks. What have you seen from him this season that's allowing him to be as successful as he's been?
It's not just this season. Like if you had been around Trey long enough, you'd see it, and just getting the opportunity and making the best out of it, and he's doing that.
All right, I think we're all set. Thanks, David.
No problem.
Thank you,
Thank you, David.
Thank you.